involves essential risk of loss and is not suitable for all investors. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, so yesterday was a dumpster fire for us. Very, very range-bound day, relatively speaking. Here we're stuck in here. Had a big move up that then came back, and eventually we did move higher. The E-mini still somewhat flat. Given that we had some pretty wild action the past 2 days, really, it not really moving, I am suspecting that there might be a big mover lurking around here. So I am very much on my toes, but I did not navigate yesterday very well. Really, it was like really awful. Don't go back. Don't go back and watch that video. It was just so bad. I'm so embarrassed. But so we're going to be a little bit more cautious today. But if that monster is really out there, we got to be ready for it. So refresh this here. Grab the links. Good morning, plus. And here's this one. Good morning. All right. And what do we got on the calendar today? Well, here at 6:30, we got some Canadian numbers. U.S. goods trade balance. Anything else? Canadian Bank of Canada rate decision today. Could easily have missed that one. Okay, but the trade thing, biggest thing, they probably are going to move lower. They're going to try and get into yesterday's value area first. 100%. Good morning. Ooh, that's a new name. Kalashkash's Butterscotch? Cashalicious Butterscotch. Cashalicious. Is that what it was meant to be? Yes, I think so. It's funny, dude. Moving this out. Target up agree, not sure about direction. So this 144.15 is kind of the level that I've been paying attention to, or that I think we should be paying attention to. We're just watching it yesterday. You know, it's been there a couple of times. I'll show you my charts over here. Here on my market profile chart, okay, they tested it a couple of times, and now they're above it, and they're moving down and retesting it. Notice that they're having trouble here. Okay. So there's definitely people taking it here. Okay. It might not be this particular spot in ZN. We'll see. They could maybe take 29.5. I think I did not drink enough water before I went to bed last night. My lips are all chapped and my ears have felt a little plugged up this morning. Excuse me. Cash-olicious. I already spammed the comments trying to pronounce my own name. Nah, so my take on the YouTube and especially the Twitch, because almost nobody uses the Twitch. You can spam all you want because all of the serious discussion happens in the Discord. So if you have something like really super serious, I would put it in the Discord. But like, YouTube is for having fun. So fire away, my friend. We're happy to have you. And, you know, the other 12 of you guys that are watching and watch religiously every day, thank you. I haven't heard anything from my... Oh, okay. That would help if I turned it on. The squawk. ADP employment gains slow dramatically as small business cuts jobs. I don't know if this shirt is clean. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. We are going to have some news here in a second, so we gotta wait for that. And the number that we're looking for is negative 2.4. Negative 2.4 is the expected. That can't be right. U.S. international trade, negative 57.9. 10 seconds. Okay, the deficit's a little bit more than expected. Okay. Interesting. Oh, I post my entries in the equities thread. Okay. Yes, I recognize that name. I mean, I read through all the channels to make sure that there's like nothing fishy going on, but don't watch it that closely. Okay, well, the E-mini is moving down a little bit. There's a lot sitting there at 31 all of a sudden. Okay, and they pulled pretty crazy. Whoa! What? Okay, this is exactly what I was looking for. What the hell? But like, way faster. Holy shit. Did something hit the wire or something? ECB said to cut outlook by enough to warrant new loans? Yes. I don't know about that. Okay, so they went up to the previous high. So that's... Man, I got something on my mouse pad. What the heck? Yeah. The euro is moving down and that's pushing us up. I don't see it in the yen yet, at least. That they bounced off of that 15 level in ZB, very important. Lower their outlook enough to justify new loans and will hold a discussion on their design according to sources. Very curious. Well, there is a lot going into 005. Given the context, that could probably go through that. Look at the way that it's ticking up there in ZB. Or sorry, ZF, that's not a finished. Okay. Equities moving up too. Funny. So basically a lot of money coming into the United States today. Hmm. Okay, it's coming back. Interesting. Yeah, that news is definitely would be the kind of news that would push bonds up, especially US bonds. But they're retesting. That's true. Yeah. So that piece of news was kind of expected. I mean, I am seeing a number of people saying that was expected. But the market did move there. I don't know what else to say. Okay. So they held the 30 half. Again, nobody's going to buy 31 and a half. Nope. Hmm. Alligator says, can't make sense of this section. Maybe you're right. Hopefully back to previous level. Oh, you can't see the DOM. I'm sorry. I didn't switch it back. I'm hearing some Brexit stuff too. But I don't understand what they're saying about it, so. Okay. Okay, that time they touch it. The 31 half, that is. I'm wondering if that's going to pull at evens. But this price is being stubborn. Look at that. How much is there at 28 now? That really stacked up. I don't know what it was before it, but it was probably around 6. And what's with this odd low liquidity at 28.5? Do I see anything unusual anywhere else? No. It's only in ZN? Well, that's not normal. Okay. So they are able to hold 31 now. And that pulled a little bit. Okay, they're hitting it. But it takes back down. I'm getting a lot of back and forth here in the 5-year as well. DUP's Wilson states that the short-term disruptions posed by a no deal Brexit can be mitigated. Good morning, Uzi. Okay, that was a little bit stronger of a tick up. ZF about to take 16 now. Okay, so they pretty much completely pulled at evens as well. Now there's this one. This was some liquidity that was left over from the previous move. Yeah, but they're not quite. Level 2 is shuffling around a lot too. See how much that 31.5 pulls and stacks, depending on what the 5-year is doing. Well, the 5-year just stacked 1500 and flipped at 15 3/4. Significant downtick there in ZN. Almost 3K put on at 31.5. And that 31 almost completely pulling. But the 28 is gone. Well, hmm. That's a good question. I don't know. Geopolitics. U.S. has continued dialogue with North Korea, says White House spokesman. Kind of getting one of those things where it looks like it should move up and it just never quite does it. And then it came back down pretty quick. Seems like there is some strong impulse up and somebody is really fighting it. Yeah. This is right where we puke and then it flips on us. Yeah, look at that. Hmm. Pretty strong uptick there now too. I wonder if that 31 will still be there if we tick up again. Hmm. E-mini seems like it's moving down now. A pretty significant amount sold right there at 27.8825. Hmm. Interesting. So, hold on. It's just some squawk talking about the ADP numbers. So we ticked down there, and when they took 29.5, it was a pretty strong take. Like they offered almost 3,000 at 29.5, and then it sat there for a little bit, and nobody traded into 29. And then we went bid 29.5. They immediately hit back into it. 2,400 have traded, and we now have 1,700 bid at 29.5. So that price is being awfully stubborn. So here it is again. Same thing, 4,000 this time. Nobody's trading into 29. And they hit back, but that time there's an iceberg to stop it. Well, I think that my probabilities and everything here don't really make sense anymore. Especially since if this really does what I was thinking it might do, we could get long at 30 and we're below the 15 again. So that really sucks that I wasn't quite able to get what I wanted long. I really thought that they would move up more than that. And I probably should have taken the break even. Okay. So now they're setting up like they're going to do a level break at 29. There's a lot of buying and selling at 29.5. Okay, they pulled at 29 and they traded through it with only 21. False breakout, perhaps? By the way, Bitcoin had a little impulsive move up there too, to 3,900. And then it got shoved back down. Yeah, look at that offer, 29.5, now 5,000. Good morning, Ace. Ace is going short again, huh? Good morning. I'm a little bit confused by this trade. I don't know if confused is necessarily the right word, but oh, Dell's going to be offering some notes. Anyways, because we moved up there, and there, of course, there was an iceberg at 0.0 but you can see that they were not done. That Dell one is $4 billion. It's a lot. Well, now that we're above 29.5. Okay. Goods deficit reached is a new record level, by the way. And news it was released about 30 minutes ago. I think you should be careful with the equities correlations because those seem to be off today. They were actually a little bit positively correlated because it seems that people are fleeing the Eurozone looking for yield. Although it seems like that the Treasury market is saying that in the end that it doesn't matter. See the 5 year flipping back and forth there quite a bit, but holding 14.5. Is my data correct? 5 year treasuries at 114.1332s. I have 114 at 14 half. But it's not 32s, it should be 128s. So your platform, I think that in some platforms like Sierra Charts, you have to tell it the way that you want to look at it. Ace trades out with a 1 point loss. Okay, there's uptick. Pretty okay one, but not. They're pushing back and forth. And then eventually they put 2 on there again, and this is pulling. Yeah, there you go. No, I'd see 114 and 14 half in the June contract. Also, make sure you're on the June contract and not the March. That would be bad because if you're trading March right now, you could get called. I'm definitely having trouble picking a direction. I mean, the thing is that this support in ZB continues to hold. But it seems like someone is super intent on making this come down. Feeling fulcrum there, bounce or perfect break, perfect pullback as swing scale markets aligned for risk on at start, but they need a trigger. Pretty sure either direction is a gamble right now. I don't know about that. I think that there is a direction and that you can predict what the direction is, but we may not be educated enough to know what that is. I'm still relying on this 15 having held. Well, that right there is just going to take me out. Yeah. Knob spread is flattening a little bit. If I have to wait 15 markets and the market still trades at the same prices, then it's anyone's guess. And but the thing is that we're not trading at the same prices, right? We just traded 28 half, which is a new price. In other words, we did not get a reversal there, like I thought we had. I was wrong. I got stepped out. Now I think I have to sit on my hands for 30 minutes. This is just like Monday. Every reason for it to move up and they don't. They make attempts and it never quite goes and they're able to push it down. And the equities is starting to go risk on. But equities is technically still just like right where they were yesterday. And it was super range bound yesterday. Too much energy contained within a range, yes. That's why I was saying like we might have a monster lurking here, and I thought that it was going to be to the upside. That was the one they would make. Well, if I come back over here, oops, charts, and we look at this ES chart, right? Look at where we're at. See that right there? So I would expect, or the move that would make the most sense to me, if this is the top of the range, and this is the bottom of the range. The move that would make the most sense to me is for the E-mini to come down to this midpoint right here. Which would push bonds up. But it's not happening. I appear at the moment. I appear to be wrong. Ace is like, fine, I'll go long. So you'll get a little bit of buy-in. And then it gets kind of killed. They're doing it again, like they're absorbing to try and do a level break. Normally when they take those up, like if they take it 29, then they go 29 half bid, that there's enough of volume caught down there at the bottom, 29, that they often can reverse because of that. At that time around, before they took 29 though, they were, they were doing that. They came back up and it didn't unwind. So it's like there is somebody out there very intent on selling this. And you can see that look at they keep doing with these 500 lots in ZN. And ZB not showing enough sell side pressure. That support. See this? Did I leave it on the charts again? No, I moved it back over. All right, good. We're safe. Well, digital shot is taking it long at 29. I just don't see the opportunity. I think that I need to sit. Should be careful too that move up in the E-mini is basically just to yesterday's close. So there could still be a short in on the open in ES. I hate it when the market just sits at my price, yeah. The problem I think we have right now is that if somebody really is set to make a big move in the market, hold on. Talking about no deal Brexit. mean, it looks okay at 29.5. They ticked back down, but it's 29.5 looks the balanced price. E-mini could go for another leg up though. Not so sure. And this might just be really slow here until the E-mini opens. You got to relax. I just want to click it. Waiting for ZF to show the way. Well, there was. See, they're telling me I can get filled at 29 again. Yep, and it just goes down unceremoniously. And ZF right back at the low again. You know, so they have fuel to go lower if this seller decides that he's going to continue to push us. Loss erased, ready for my usual 2-point drop. Yeah, it's interesting there, the E-mini. So we hit we were lower than yesterday. Now we're coming back to yesterday's open, and there was this little 27.92. But they didn't go above that. Curious. Calm before the storm, I don't know. If I was saying maybe we get a monster move because yesterday was range bound. If we were to have gotten what I was looking for, I think that they would have moved up and continued moving up by now. Usually when they do that sort of a thing in treasuries, there's like they develop a clear trend by the top of the hour and it can just go all day. This is more like they had a short-term extension higher that didn't really get very far and now a push lower. This, I think we would have to default to that we are stuck in a range just like we were yesterday. I would look at 27.91.25. I don't know. I'm not really seeing any clear locations in the E-mini today, which is a little odd. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So things are getting a little chippy now all of a sudden. The E-mini is starting to see more selling here now as well. That run of about 6 down is probably more than we've had. Chevron CEO sees very strong oil demand this year, adds that the Venezuela situation is fluid. Fluid. Isn't that just the best word when people are describing situations? It's fluid. I should note that we're still not seeing these big lots going long. I'll close that so we can see. Oh, you guys can't necessarily see that, can you? See all these 500s? 500 lots? 29, 29, 29 and a half. Back and forth, but they're still kind of selling it. You've never had waffles or French toast, Lucas? What? That's what we gotta do. We get everybody together somewhere and have French toast and waffles for Lucas. If I had to bet, I would just buy 29 and wait. I think it might go towards the high. Yeah, I mean, it feels to me like there has been some sort of a shift, but you know, I think that we get these dealers, they're coming in and they're selling between like 6:30 and 7:10 or so, and then they got their down move, and I think that they kind of disappeared, and now people are setting up for the E-mini, and I think that in the E-mini, well, okay, so there's a down tick at 29, but I think that in the E-mini there appears to be some people gearing up to short this on the open, and they might get destroyed. Secret ingredient cocaine and helps the kids Sleep at night gets my bathroom cleaned as well. Wait, how does that help your kids sleep at night? Do you know what cocaine and meth do? ES pre-open is often messy, yeah. No. One defining characteristic of the recent market rally has been the broad lack of participation from real money funds, and the broader economic cycle continues to show a slowing trend, according to an unnamed multi-asset manager at Pickett Asset Management based in London. This is in line with my larger thesis here that we have to, not that we have to, but that it is extremely likely at some point the E-mini falls and tests 2600 again. So it's not all sunshine and roses yet. Like they haven't breached the critical levels on the upside, and the fears of a slowdown. I think that the data says that we're not gonna like fall apart. Okay, that was a very strong bid. Very, very strong bid there at 29. Very much forcing people into 29.5. A couple of big lots coming through and doing it too. Okay, and now we're a bit at our price. How did... I don't know why these are at different spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, when you get a tick up, okay, so like that right there. When you get a tick up and there's immediately 3,000 bid on that price, that means something. For sure. 100%. That's not the usual way that it ticks, and that tends to be an indicator of strength. It's not like an absolute dead giveaway sort of a thing, but it does increase our probability of going higher. But it's contextual, and given that we had all of that selling and the 30 is not pulling at all, it's certain if we'll move higher from here or not. I suspect that a couple of things could happen, right? We could see pulling at 30. We could see pulling at 30 and we tick back up. We could see them take 29.5 offer again, like they just did. Okay. So one offer, and there wasn't a strong offer at first, but it's kind of stacking up. So that kind of puts us right back to where we were, essentially. We'll wait for an uptick, and then if we get an uptick and maybe there's a strong bid again. So another thing I should point out is that even though we did go offer at 29.5, that bid did not pull. In fact, we traded more at 29.5 than was bid. It was 3,000 bid, 3,500 traded to push it down. And the offer has stayed between 1,500 and 2,000. You get a tick up in another strong bid, and maybe people started trading into 30, that could maybe be enough to flip things around and to get some momentum going to the upside. Or the E-mini falls down and we start ticking up, you know? But again, it's like somebody did something. You get that bid at 29.5. Somebody bought it there for sure. Totally, for sure. But where's the other guy? The guy that buys it because he bought it. And the guy that buys it because they see that 30 is getting weak and that we've traded up from there, you know? Like, it never comes. Okay, well, they're kind of slowly taking it up, okay? And then not holding a super strong bid at 29. Oh, okay. All right, that was different. Oh, the Bank of Canada. Forgot about that. When is that? That is at the top of the hour. Canadian rate decision at the top of the hour. Okay. Okay, so they are holding there was an interesting move there where, okay, we went bid. It wasn't like a super strong bid. They hit it for 1,800, and then all of a sudden there was 2,000 on the bid. So that was somebody actually stacking on the bid in the face of market sell pressure. And we are seeing, again, the E-mini coming down a little bit. So we may actually have a good trade here. Okay, good uptick at 30 and strong uptick too. But that was on the E-mini open. I would say that the initial move in the E-mini was a sell as well, by the way. Now 5,000 at 30. 5,000 being bid at 30. That's interesting. And 30.5, not really pulling, I would say. Still 4,000 is traded into it. It's actually stacking there a little bit at 30.5. Which is curious because it's stacking there to 5,200. Is like, why would you put an order on there? Do you think that you're going to get filled at 30.5? I mean, you would have to think that you're getting filled at 30, have to be putting it on there at the end. Because it's not like that 200 is makes really a big difference. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But okay, so here comes a little bit of a buy impulse in the E-mini. You can see it's come back a little bit in cumulative delta. Does anyone else picture the Bank of Canada being mostly 6 Mounties guarding a maple syrup recipe in a vault? we need John on here to respond to that one, because I can't, I don't even know who's even in charge over there at the Bank of Canada. Okay, so there was some big sellers there at 30 again, but the bid, it went bid and it held. Look at that, 4,000 traded, 3,000 on the bid. It was a 2,000 lot that hit it. Yeah, more suspicious packages in the UK, this time at a university. Yeah, markets haven't been reacting to them. Okay, they hit it again and it goes down. Uptick again. Pretty like fast uptick again. And across the board, like ZN, ZF, and ZB are all doing it at the same time. Okay, now they're pulling at 30 half a little bit. So a couple of the larger retail traders taking it long there now, but they sold it again at 30. Are they ever going to clear 30 half though? Hmm. Ah. Okay. Not super strong. There still seems to be a lot of people selling. but that bid is persistent. Looking at the structure, I could also see further upside movement. I'm not sure. Well, the E-mini is seen selling, yes, but they're only back to about where we were when the session started. When the session started. All right, well, there's not 7K at 31 anymore. There's just 5. It stacks up to 6, though. Ah, okay, so look, he cleared it. Everything at 30 half. And it upticks with 2,000 again. But offer not pulling at all. Wow. They're being pretty tough there on the bid. I mean, the sellers are definitely hitting them hard. That downtick was a lot more significant. I mean, that now there's 4,000 on the offer now. A little bit of an uptick in the E-mini. Yeah. Okay, so Congressman Taleb, this lady from Minnesota, is going to be filing impeachment charges. E-mini's going down. Looks like that they're gonna try and push a new low. Ah, okay. Tick up at 31. That one caused a little bit of disruption in the market. That 3 that that posted at 31.5 on the uptick was definitely a retail trader getting stopped out. I'm sorry for your loss, my friend. Representative Tlaib plans to file a resolution to impeach U.S. President Trump. Okay, 5,000 absorbed at 31. E-mini going down. Okay, a little bit of pulling there now. Not quite to the levels that we were before. You can see, by the way, I can see just looking at the big lots, I haven't seen a complete turnaround in the big lots. Trying to watch that a little bit more to see if I can get some sort of idea about who's moving it where. Maxine Waters saying that they're going to be searching into Donald Trump's dealings with Deutsche Bank. So the Democrats are just going all out today, huh? Do we see news about this? Are we seeing this on Reddit already? Well, they are polling at 20. I should pull this up just in case. If America can find 716 billion for the military, it can fund the Green New Deal? No, because it would take like $4 trillion to fund the Green New Deal. It's like greater than the GDP of the world. That's how ridiculous it is. Okay, I'm not seeing anything up at the top, at least not yet. So we'll come back in 30 minutes and see if they're catching it. What people are saying. Thoughts and prayers. To be honest, I mean, I thought that, the impeachment thing would be a thing and that there would be discussion about it. But I was not so sure that they would actually file resolutions for it. This puts the Democrats in a very odd position because I don't think that leadership wants this. Okay, so there was 4,000 absorbed at 31.5. Now we're probably going to get another 4,000 absorbed at evens. So this is turning into really strong buying. Okay, it ticked up 6,000 and 3,000 to trade it down. So you got about 9,000 here now selling at evens. And a fairly big offer at 0.0 half. Evens half. I don't know. Anyways, I don't think that Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer want to impeach Donald Trump. I think they believe that would be helpful to Donald Trump, in fact. Digital Shot took his 5 ticks, so he's calling it a day. Good job. Bid is stronger than the offer. Well, there was a pull and then a stack. That's funny. Kind of did it in the 5-year too. Now they're hitting 31.5. Ooh, okay. Some more buying. This is one of those spots where I think that the guys on both sides have to get their fill first. Because they really want to trade it here. Well, now that's really stacking up. Is E-mini going to go for new low? Sure looks like it. One more tick. Okay. So they did. A little bit more buying volume there, but not a ton. That's a little weaker, 31.5. Okay, now the E-mini's really fallen. So now they might go for the session lows at 27.81. Okay. Oh man. They did beat out the 10K. So like I said, they usually go through those. They usually go through those for at least a tick. And we're getting 6K on the bid there. I don't know if that's just like a the push, and it could be a false breakout, or it could be the start of a really strong uptrend. If we look at yesterday's levels, oh, we are higher than, we're not. Okay. If there was a breakout, it would be to 05 half up here. We need to move this to at least profit. Okay. Bank of Canada here in 10 minutes. So they're going to be another 10K at 01. Getting awfully close to that low now. I think they're gonna go for it. $7K to clear one and now 4,700 bid. ES hasn't touched the overnight low yet. It was 27.8150. They sure look ready though. Can you see now? Now all buying. Okay. Somebody put on the brakes there at 01. E-mini hasn't gone for the low yet though. Okay. There it is. Kind of a trickle of orders coming in long in the 5-year. Okay, so they went and touched a new low and then they backed off already. They backed off quite quickly. Nice trade set. I was waiting for the dot. What is that? What does that mean? But thank you. I guess even a blind mouse catches some cheese sometimes. No. I think that I made those first two trades were bad trades, you know? And I just took a step back, said, you know, this could still happen, but let's wait for our spot. And I found it, and it was good. And I was able to hold it for a good one, but let's be careful about not holding it too long, right? Because that's definitely screwed us over recently as well. And the thing going through my mind right now is I know that they've put on brakes at 01, so that's a potential profit taking spot. But I don't think that the E-mini is done yet either. And they may as of yet want to go for this 015. I mean, we're pretty much above yesterday's high completely, and now we're potentially going to punch through the overnight high. And like, why? What was going on overnight that was like pushing us up that wouldn't be pushing us up now? Because this is now lower than the overnight low in the E-mini. So I see the potential at least for more. Okay, but they didn't. So let's see if we can get out here. That evens is staying with a strong bid. Yes, pullback playing with S1 back above it. Yeah. Okay. So there was a decent amount that sold back into 0.0 but it still stayed bid. You know, had I not have had that order in there to take me out, I might be sitting here going, okay, maybe we get another uptick. Let's see. You know, but because I'm out, I think that it's the risk's not worth it now, and we should just kind of watch and see what it does. I don't know. I don't know if you'd be getting filled at L1 right now or not. I mean, if the E-mini fell apart and pushed lower again, then sure. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I guess it's good to get out before the Bank of Canada decision. Yeah, so they take it offer again. 5K there at O5 now. That might be a sign of continuation. Oh my gosh. Can you hear them in the background there? The drama. Okay. All right, so the Canadian decision was unchanged as expected. Let's see if there's anything significant in their statement. Outlook warrants policy interest rate that is below bank's neutral range. We'll be closely watching household spending. Okay, so the E-mini is continuing to push up, and the Treasuries aren't really selling it now. Okay, well, there you go. That was kind of the uptick that I wasn't sure we would get. What did we have here? USA. Um, I don't know what he's talking about. PMI sinking just as every other zone but the USA. Oh, I see. He's saying that Canadian PMI was going down. Or no. So if we were to assume, oh, hold on. Anyways, Donald Trump's general argument has been that the rest of the world has profited at the expense of growth in the United States. And therefore, we need to put tariffs and do all of these things and get better trade deals so that we're not being taken advantage of anymore. So, if we were to assume that that is true, then, and the things that he does or is doing, if we assume that those are actually a solution to that and are actually working, then wouldn't the net result be much what we're seeing, where you see a global slowdown, but the United States economy continues to be strong and stable because the money is coming from the rest of the world and into the United States. And you know what I mean? The trade deficit isn't getting smaller. That's like the only thing that it would be like if the trade deficit was getting smaller, then I think people would be saying, oh, Donald Trump's way of handling things actually works. As it is right now, I'm not so sure that it's working, but you would, not much would be different if it was. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, so the E-mini kind of settling there at 2782, looking like giving the appearance that maybe they are going to reverse here and move up now. I'd have to say that breach of the lows the first time was not particularly impressive. And now that they're building some volume in this spot, I'm a little skeptical that they're going to breach it again. Although I'm not going to outright say I think that that was the low, because it sure seems like there would be a lot of incentive to go down there and touch it. Oh, like that. Look, they're eyeing it. I don't know. Another thing that's interesting in the Canadian notes that I didn't mention was that they talked specifically about China trade talks, saying that it's helped improve market sentiment and contributed to firmer commodity prices. Really is, and it's another interesting dynamic that kind of bothers me, is that it really feels like that everything is on making a deal with China. Like, if the United States isn't able to make a deal with China, then it's like there's going to be a recession, you know? That seems like an awfully big bet that's been made there. Let's see if Reddit is picking up on impeaching Donald Trump now. It's been about 30 minutes. Bernie Sanders. We spend more on our military than the next 10 nations combined. Well, yes. That's because the next 10 nations combined don't actually spend on their military. Troops have been in Afghanistan for nearly 18 years. We're going to invest in housing, public education, and infrastructure, not never-ending wars. Well, good news for you, Bernie, because Donald Trump has already pretty much pulled out of those areas. I don't know. It would be awfully easy to tick up there. Well, maybe not. Not with 4,000. I take that back. Still not seeing anything from up to towards the top. These are all the morning memes coming through, not the news. Oh, now it's not showing me upvotes. So I guess not. Top story is about the U.S. trade deficit jumps to 10-year high. Of course. Progressives come to Omar's defense. But that's talking about her comments on Israel. Nothing about impeachment. So that's what this. Here's what this tells me: is that Tlaib is rogue. She's not doing this. She didn't tell anybody else in the Democrat Party that she's going to do this, and there's absolutely no coordinated news or social media efforts at this time. That's what that says to me. I wonder if that resolution even gets taken up for a vote. The guy on the squawk, he says 50 like 50. 0.50%. You made the bet I was afraid to make a big payoff? Yeah. Honestly, well, I don't know. I'm not so sure. Ooh. Hold on a second. What is this? What is this sell? That was a little overly aggressive. Yeah. Atlanta Fed raises GDP now to 0.5 versus spot 3. So that's good. Okay, That was actually 8 at 01. So anyways, I don't think I want that. So the thing is that as of late, this has been a sell. You get this kind of stuff right here, it gets really thick. They've been turning around in these spots. The DOM is saying to me right now, I think it's saying short 05 and take it back to 29.5. Police are investigating a suspicious package at a Royal Bank of Scotland branch in Edinburgh now. What is with all of the bombs in the UK? Oh my gosh, guys. So you could sell it there. You'd get filled, at least, is what I'm saying. I don't know if I want to take that trade. It's 8:13. I think it's too close to my time of day to be messing with it. And I've got to, yeah, because I may have to jump my car and get a new battery. I don't know what the deal was. Battery should not be dead already, but my car would not start yesterday. So I jumped it and charged the battery. We'll see if it starts this morning. Opening your borders will do that. I'd be a little cautious about this thing in the E-mini though. See that right there? I can draw a better line than that. Okay, so that was a decent amount there at 005. And it's gone offer. I think I can take one contract there now. Got 15 minutes for this to turn around. Might not even get filled. I wonder. So now it's thick on both sides. Okay. So there's the E-mini taking a slightly lower low, but it's not a lower low in cumulative delta. Well, and not making a new low yet, although given how close it is, that might be likely. Treasury is not budging. Looney tumbles after Bank of Canada warns there's increased uncertainty about future rate hikes. Curious. Okay, there's an uptick. Only 1864 to clear it. So that's not good for a short, obviously. It's so close in the E-mini that I think they do it, but I'm not sure if they're going to get a ton on the downside if they do. You're getting a really odd divergence. Like it seems like they're having to try super hard to try and sell it down, and they're not quite getting it. I think that means that they will do it, but again, I don't know if they'll get very much from it. Yeah. They're awfully calm for being 2 ticks from the bottom. Yeah. Okay, now they go for it. Notice that we're not getting any, almost hardly any action in treasuries off of it. And they're absorbing it and pushing it higher in the E-mini again. That's not what you want to see. Wow, look at that. Okay. So I took that one and I thought, well, maybe, but I think that today the trend won out. That was a decent number of stops there at O2. I think those were stops at least. Let's just get out of this. So strong bid pressure still being like not going through, see? Yeah, Cashalicious saying it looks like a really weak shakeout. You'd agree with that. Well, I don't think that this has any chance of getting filled now. I mean, if I can get filled there at a 1/2, I think it would be fine to take 1 or 2 ticks, but I don't think that that's actually going to get filled. But I'm going to go and do my notes. I'm going to generate my charts here. We'll fill that while it goes and see if it happens. I'm thinking while this is going, I'm thinking, should I have held on to it? I took it from here to here, right? So that would have been a lot. When it got above that, should I have said, that's good? It should go higher. I think yes, but I don't know if I could just straight up buy it there though. But you see, now we're getting like 8s and 9s up here at 025. Like that's pretty crazy. For it to be pushing through those kinds of numbers, you know. It's very curious that it was so slow when we were down at the bottom. I was not sure if it's ever gonna go, and then when it got up to the top, it was like crazy strong. Yeah, hard to predict what it's gonna do like that, isn't it? And that's okay. I only lost 1 tick today. I feel better. So yesterday was so shit. Like I feel embarrassed when I have a day like yesterday. Just embarrassed, like that's not just because I did the wrong thing, but I feel like that I wasn't trading my strategy very well either. So it's like, yeah, your strategy is not working that day, but then you also tilt. It's just embarrassing, I think. Then kids need to get going. Back up again. I suspect that this has to come back a little bit, but I see no reason for them to not get up to 05. Hmm. The oil numbers are coming through. It's a big surprise on the build. So that's probably going to push them down, right? Yeah, it did. There was a block buy there at 030. So there you have it. This could keep going. But I don't think it can trade it. It took the one short. Probably shouldn't have. Oh well. I want to just keep going, but it's okay. I think that the way this market has been lately, I think kind of pulled me a little bit out of some of my better habits. Like when I got long originally, I really thought that was the low, but it pushed down quite a bit more. And I really should have waited based on the profile, I think. I probably shouldn't have taken that short. Maybe should have taken that off and taken it long again. And this could have been a really, really good day for me if I'd made a few slightly different choices. So you can see how the little details matter, huh? Anyways, but this is so strong that this could just keep going all day. Like I really think 050 is possible. This strength is a bit unexpected ahead of page book and non-farms payroll, although recent Fed speak is patient, but this morning Dudley was a bit hawkish for 2 hours. Well, I think that the E-mini is just falling apart though. Let me draw a picture here. Horizontal line. Post there. Or I show it to you over here. It just makes that's what the chart would normally do. Then it makes a little bit too much sense, frankly. Frankly, makes a little bit too much sense. Yeah. And I really don't see how you can get above that 28, 25 area unless there is a big change in the situation, like the things that we're concerned about, the things that are causing slow growth. There has to be a trade deal for one. I think we probably need to get Brexit behind us too. And until that happens, I don't see a reason for the market to go up. And so, yeah, I mean, that was kind of my whole thinking behind going long today, frankly. I did not expect it to end up being so strong. I think that when I was seeing it trade those 8Ks and everything, I should have read that as take your profit and try and get in as long as we stay above 122 even. Did they even give? Yeah, they only gave 2 ticks back even. That's crazy. I think that was foolish to short it. In retrospect, it seems awfully foolish. Okay. Well, I've talked enough. Thank you guys for watching. Good number of people today again, but not as many as when I'm losing. I should just like intentionally lose every day and have another screen and be taking my real trades on the other screen and like pretend like I'm losing for your guys' entertainment. That would probably get more views, right? But the views don't matter. Winning matters. Anyways, I hope that the day was good for you guys as well. I don't want to say that it was good, but it wasn't bad. So I think that was good. And tomorrow we might have some more of this fallout from tomorrow and Friday. And then next week we got some data. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And in the meantime, stay profitable, friends.